Hello and welcome to another episode of This Week in Comics. I'm your host as always, Pete, here in Banbury and Oxfordshire's longest running comic shop. That's right, it's Comic Connections, and we are going to run down some of the best comics coming out this Wednesday, which is the 18th of September 2019. Let's get straight into it. First is a new book from Marvel. It's a brand new Spider-Man issue 1 called Spider-Man issue 1, and we have a assortment of lovely variant covers for you as well as a regular cover on the shelf. This is exciting because it is written by J.J. Abrams. Yes, that J.J. Abrams, who directs Star Wars films and other things, and his son, whose name is Henry Abrams. Really good stuff. Brand new Spider-Man title, and it's not your friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man that you know and love. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there is a twist quite early on in this issue which will send you through a loop. But a brand new Spider-Man book with a superstar director on writing duties with J.J. Abrams. You will know him from directing Star Wars and as well as the creator of Lost, if you like that. Check out a new Spider-Man book. There aren't enough of them on the shelf, so here's another Spidey book for you. Next is a new number 1, this time from DC, and it's one of my favourite DC characters, finally getting his own book again after having a bit of a rough time as of late. It's Flash Forward, featuring Wally West, written by Scott Lobdell, drawn by Brett Booth, who has worked on The Flash in the past. This is a book featuring Wally West kind of trying to attain for his sins that we saw him have in Heroes in Crisis. I didn't like the way he was treated in that book. I know a lot of you lovely readers and viewers didn't like how he was treated in that book. So hopefully this will turn things around for Wally West. I do believe it is a limited series, so it's not an ongoing book. So if you like your mini-series, check this out. This is the variant cover. We've got the regular cover there. Fingers crossed. But yeah, excited to read it. Big fan of Wally West. Hopefully Scott Lobdell can get him right where Tom King went so wrong with the character. Excited to read it. We'll speak more about it in the future when we have another issue, and I can tell you what I thought of issue 1. We've been speaking a lot about Lex Luthor going around the DC universe offering little offers to the villains of the DCU, and this is all part of his big Year of the Villain event that DC are doing for a year. And there have been lots of one-shots featuring some of the best villains of the DCU, speaking to Lex Luthor and finding out what's going on. Well, this week is no different when those one-shots come out, but this time it's about the man himself, Lex Luthor. Apex Lex himself has got a one-shot issue. I'm checking this one out because it's Superman related, but I know there's a lot of you who are buying anything to do with Year of the Villain, and this is a big one. Very important book featuring the main character who's kind of central to Year of the Villain in Lex Luthor. So check this out, find out more about what's going on. Looking forward to reading it. I do like a good old Lex Luthor story, so fingers crossed this is a good one. Another title now, starting at number 1, where most good comics do start. It's a Napoleon Dynamite series. You may remember the film that came out several years ago now, don't know when, not going to look it up, but Napoleon Dynamite was a bit of a cult classic movie, and it's got a comic book. I don't know if this is the first time Napoleon Dynamite's had a comic, but I can't imagine he's had that many. So if you're a fan of the film, if you're a fan of Napoleon Dynamite, his friend Pedro and all the other characters, this is a must read for you. Looks a little bit quirky, artwork's a little bit off the wall and different, as you'd expect from a Napoleon Dynamite series, from IDW, who are celebrating 20 years of publishing comics. Pretty good, eh? That's cover A. There are some variants available. Issue 1 in store today. And now onto our collected editions of the week. We'll start with a hardcover. That's right, it's Young Justice, baby. The first few issues have been collected in this lovely hardcover format. Young Justice finally coming back to our shelves after almost 2 decades of being non-existent. We've got them back. Connor Kent is back as Superboy. You've got Bart Allen back as Impulse. Robin, who's going through a bit of a name change. Looks like he's going to be changing his name to Drake coming up very soon. Wonder Girl's in there. Some new members to the team as well, featuring Ginny Hex, Teen Lantern and Amethyst. And this collects the first few issues by superstar writer Brian Michael Bendis. He can do no wrong in my eyes now because he brought back one of my favourite comics ever. and that is Young Justice. And this is very, very good. Fun stuff, heartwarming stuff. Good to see the team back together, trying to work out why they've been brought back together and where they've all been. Check this out, lovely hardcover edition. It's really, really good. If I didn't have the single issues, I'd buy this myself. I'm even tempted to buy it, even though I've got them. Young Justice, baby. It's good. A lot of you are at home watching Netflix, and that gets in the way of you reading comics. Well, Gerard Way has written The Umbrella Academy, and you've no doubt been watching this on Netflix. You've been enjoying the first season. I'm pretty sure there's a season 2 coming up, but this is volume 3 of the collected edition. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen on the TV show and you fancy getting into the comics where it all spawned from, we've got volumes 1 and 2 in stock, but volume 3 has come in this week. So if you're trying to keep up, get in store today, buy it. It's Gerard Way, it's Gabriel Barr, it's the Umbrella Academy. Get it! Now, I know a lot of you popped into store for our big sign with Al Ewing just the other weekend, but that doesn't mean we're not doing more great events here in the shop. This coming Saturday, we have Batman Day. That's right, for all you Bat fans, it's Batman Day, and we've got some freebie Batman comics to give away. We've got the Batman Who Laughs Special Edition and Batman Nightwalker, absolutely free. So pop in Saturday, grab your free comics. We're also going to have lots of offers on different Bat related items in store, whether that be comics, trade paperbacks, toys, Funko Pops, t-shirts, you name it. We will have an offer on something Bat related for you. But more importantly, yes, pop in, get your free comics, and hopefully while you're in here, buy some stuff as well. We're not just giving you stuff for free so you can leave, buy some stuff as well. It's good. We've got some good things and some not so good things, but mostly good things on the shelves. Pop in store on Saturday for Batman Day. And that brings us to the end of another week. Bit of a slow week this week as far as new releases go, but the ones we did have were pretty darn good, I'm sure you'll agree. If there's anything we missed or something you'd like us to talk about on a future episode, leave a little comment in the comments. Also appreciate you liking the video, subscribing, sharing it with your friends, family, neighbours, pets, aliens, dinosaurs, you name it, share it with whoever you want to. I'll be back next week with more from This Week in Comics with me, Pete, host of This Week in Comics. See you then.